So we move on to the playoffs of the 6on6 tournament from the KBG LAN. And in the first round, we have TSB against Edit. As you can see on the screen, the rest of the bracket, the winners of TSB against Edit go on to face Team Oxid. The winners of TMT and Face and Muscles go on to face Elysium. Those would be the semi-final bracket games. As you can see, this is fairly straightforward. This is just the upper bracket. Once we have a lower bracket casted game, I'll put the lower bracket on the screen. Every team has to lose twice to be eliminated. It's kind of standard stuff with double elimination. The first game up is TSB against Edit. And for TSB, we had Abject, Blood, Dialer, H2O, Weird Durko, and Woot. For Edit, we had Leo, Mesk, Player, Swanidius, Tony, and Villa. The maps were Supply and Adlernest. Enjoy the game. So we are going to have TSB tack on their own map. Supply and Adlernest are the map choices from what I understand. But Adlernest may not be, may have been a troll. We'll see what it's going to be as the second map kicks off. But first we're going to have Supply, like I said. And it will be Edit on the defense. Leo getting that strike off the start. I like this strike. I used to do this strike. Does pick up one. You've changed the angle hugely by going in cave. As the boost is going to come up, and it is normally Dialer on the Panzer. I am not Shoutcaster. I'll do it in a gap, but the Panzer's going to come out. He's in position for quite a nice shot here, and he's going to get the shot off on middle. No, he's going to bounce down, and he's going to get the shot off on the stairs. He is going to be able to take down one. It was indeed Dialer. TSB pick up 4 frags as Weird Durko's double frag cleans things up as well. But Edit instantly respond. 4 frags coming in for them. And that is going to be nice. A nice little hold. Unless they don't get in these gibs. What sort of mistakes are they making here? As it is going to be Woot to push in. Really nice headshot. And the push towards the flag is going to come in. Grab did come in. I think it did come in. But it got reclaimed by the Axis. That was that went from bad to good. And then instantly to bad again. You need to give those kills. You don't let 2 bodies just lie in the middle of on this middle layer. Edit again, going to be able to pick up a few frags. TSB starting to push it into that lower area. May have control. I'm not sure if they've got an SMG engineer. It's just going to be Weird Durko here. It's going to get dropped by Swanidius. But a lot of control for TSB on this middle area, and the allies have picked up the flag. I'm not sure if the Axis re-grabbed in time. They did. Plant going down in that lower area. Nade in the hands of H2O. Does manage to take down Player and get the gib in. And they are very slow on the uptake here, the Edit team. No plant actually goes down on low, so it's going to be a save. Nice, nice work from. I'm going to assume that was the medic in that lower area. This guy, Leo. So Mesk is going to be able to get a double kill. As the nade comes up top, and I haven't really been given the opportunity to log in as casted just yet. I don't want to give the IP out on stream. I could easily press up a couple of times, but you guys would just steal the IP. Nice artillery up top. What's going to be able to push past it? He is going to take down Tony. Haven't seen too much of Tony just yet. The big guy needs to turn up. And the allies are going to get their hands on the flag again. Axis instantly reclaim. I'm not sure if they're going to spawn back or if they're going to spawn forwards. There are a couple more players to deal with. And it does look like TSB have got control. Now I can do the passwords.
Dynamite planted.
So we're going to see the names above people's heads now. That's all it does. It helps you guys out more than me. Actually, oh wait, it helps me out actually too. But it's nice if the names are above people's heads so I can spot them. And we do have a pause coming out. So we are going to kick things off. The banter has stopped. Plant has already gone down. It will blow in 15 seconds. My lordy. My lordy. Yeah, exactly, Eli. I'm not even gonna get in on this. It's too easy. It's too easy. I don't know how certain players can try it, especially players that can't spell concentrated. So we're gonna push across the top. Tony is gonna be able to get in a bit of damage, but he has been taken down. Again, we haven't seen too much of Tony yet, and I'd say he's probably their most important player. Does get that rifle grenade off. Isn't going to be able to get any frags. As Woot picks up 2. And they have got control of CP. As Weird Durko is going to be able to make it into cave. Decides to kill out 3 TSB players. Just giving up position. As there is Edit. Getting some frags back. I want to see more of Tony now. pushes in towards the CP. He's going to be able to pick up 2. Nearly picks up a 3rd. As it is going to be Weird Durko down to 22 HP. Push coming down towards the main gate. And this is pretty nice form from TSB. Getting some good attacks in. As Dyler is going to be able to get some headshots onto the guy in West Tower. He isn't going to be able to finish him off. Swanniness with 2 frags. Where's Swanee? Where's Swanee? He's already picked up 2. He's in the cave. Just cursed him. We'll respawn back in. Can't go down on this main gate. And Artillery is going to come down a bit too late. Unfortunately, he isn't going to be able to kill the planting engineer. Plant has already gone down. Maybe the Axis are going to try and move in for that defuse. They have got the engineer. I'm not sure who it is. As it is Tony. He's going to get shot in the back. And it is going to be Dyler from the back of West. As I said before, Dyler is a little bit of an annoying player. He knows where to play, when to play it. And he just held on West and got those 2 easy frags. Stop any potential defuse coming in. Push coming in through main. Panzer's going to come out from Abject. Misses the shot. We are stuck with Dyler at the moment. He does get taken down. Truck's going to roll in through the main gate. More frags going the way of Edit. Nade over the top is going to take down Villa. Revive will come in, fortunately for him. As people are diving on their own landmines. Maybe a little bit of pressure here for the Edit team, as I said, with Tony. Not really done much so far. Does look like they're going to go up top. 6 minutes off the clock. As TSB are going to roll on through. Rifle from Tony is going to be able to take down Whip, but we will see a revive come in. And I'm going to try and switch over to Tony because he's at the top of these stairs and he has to be on point. He needs medic backup though. Why is he alone? He is the key player on that up top defense. As Weird Durko is going to be able to pick up 2 on the push. I'm trying to skip it round. And it is going to be 1 to hold the back. And it is going to be Swanee to pick up 3 frags in the build room. He is all alone, but there is no engineer. And I think Swanee is going to save the day for his team. Rifle at the back is going to try and slow it down, but I'm pretty sure they don't have an engineer up there. Weird Durko got gibbed. Trying to skip it round to actually find someone who's doing anything. And all the allies are now making their way in again. Weird Durko the engineer once more. And they are going to do some nades on the stairs to stop the respawn coming in. No hero play from Swanee up top. Maybe maybe a Panzer or a rifle in the back. It is going to be a brilliant block from Abject. It is going to be built up by Weird Durko, who's going to press the button. And lots of frags came in from TSB on the respawn. And they're going to have a lot of freedom to just move in towards that truck. 1 player on East. I think that was Swanidius. And Mesk, seemingly. 2 frags coming in for H2O. Leo's going to try and push out, get their naked, but we're going to see the truck get to the back of East without too much of a problem. Bludgy's not going to be able to slow this down too much. He is going to get overloaded. Okay, player, just walk straight past him. He's not going to slow down the truck at all, and the truck's just going to make it out. And I can't believe what I just saw there. Abject is going to get that reviving. Where are the Axis players? They have been getting in kills as well. How has the truck got this far? That is so bad. As Edit, now I've got no chance of really defending this. Allies are just going to push in through the main door. And they are going to be able to set, like, what is it, like an 8.5 minute time. I don't see the Axis slowing this down anymore. What the hell has just happened? That was... See, sometimes banter can go against you. It can sort of distract you, enrage you. And that could have been Dyler's plan. Just try and get in the heads of the other players and tell his own team. We don't care. We're only joking. We don't give a crap. Nice rifle comes out from Weird Durko. Player did pick up 3 kills. But the truck is going to roll on. And, like I said, they're going to set like an 8.5 minute time now. Which is really nice here on supply. TSB rolling. They are attacking very well. They attacked very well against Elysium, but Elysium were just that bit stronger than them. Not much, but enough. 8 minutes, 18 seconds, and we're going to pick up the frags. Tony did pick up 14, but he wasn't hitting those big frags that we saw him hitting in previous games. I don't think he was given the time, or he was allowed to by the other team. A lot of the time you have to be given a bit of freedom by your own team to just get off shots. But they were under pressure constantly, unfortunately. In every single attack, there was no hold. There was no big spree of edit kills to actually shut down a push. It was TSB were always surviving, always pushing. That first stage was probably their best hold, and it's because they reclaimed the flag a few times. And we do have Abject actually only picking up 7 frags, and he was rolling one with the Panzer quite a bit. They didn't even need what is probably considered one of their best aimers to be on point. The big damage and frags going the way of H2O, who's probably considered the least experienced and least skilled player of the team, so he did a really good job. As you're going to see Weirderko go quite aggressive in the cave. CP is going to get built up by Woods, and this is what we didn't have. This is what we didn't have from Edit. All the frags going TSB's way, and they're very good at this, all being on the same page, being pushed out, so they all shoot the same sort of targets. Edit team are going to come in for the reinforcements. Rifle on towards middle from Tony. I don't think they've got a Panzer. Rifle towards top, takes down Leo, insta-gibbed as well. Push coming into this low area. H2O takes a bundle of damage as the aggression is going to come out. Weirderko's going to get a nade on the spawn, I think. Any damage? I don't think so. Swanee's going to be able to make it on towards middle. And I think they must have heard him. Panzer comes out, and it is going to be able to take down one. I don't know how Dyler survived that. He isn't going to for very long as their push comes into that lower area. Weirderko picks up 2 frags with the K43, and this is really manic play. TSB pick up a bundle of frags in that lower area. I don't think the revives came in for the Edit team. Actually, a couple did. So you do see the push coming up the rifle stairs. But maybe going down in that lower area. I think Wood's going to be able to cut this out. He has managed to get that kill. I think it was a tap. I don't think the player wanted to get full. As Tony's actually going to be able to pick up 1. Edit frags coming in on the respawn, but I think the revives will come in for these. As we saw 2 players in middle. Oh, the Panzer from Mesk. He just overbounced on that jump. We did see a push going up for flag. Mesk doesn't get that nade frag onto Abject on middle. Not sure what happened there. He's going to get dropped as Abject pushes out. And the next Edit push really needs to pick up that flag. Some kills coming in for TSB. I'm going to pick up Dyler. He's that filled up on middle. He's going aggressive on this spawn. I like the artillery. Just to protect the upper push. They're not going upper at the moment though. But they'll see that artillery and they won't go anywhere near it. Decent shot from Swanee. He is going to get a bit of damage towards him. Kill out comes in from Weirderko or Abject, I think that was. Nice nade from Swanee. They know he's here now. He needs to be very careful. He can easily get killed in this position. And he's going to come up against H2O. H2O comes out on top. And so far, this first stage defense for TSB has been really good. Very aggressive play. They just seem to be commanding in how they play TSB, and that's why their attacks are strong. That's why their defense is quite strong as well. Panzer comes in that lower area though. They have to take advantage now. Leo picks up 2 frags. Swanee with the frag as well. Tony cleans things up as the push comes in from the lower area. They have to either get the plant down or put some pressure on the stairs. It is going to be the plant down. It's going to come down, I believe, from Villa. Must have been Villa. I don't think Tony would have had the charge. He doesn't, because he has fully recharged already. And it's going to be a push for the defuse very quick from TSB, and they're on top of it. I don't think there's going to be anyone in position quick enough. Has anyone got the Panzer? Rifle comes out. It's a bit mistimed, and the Panzer misplaced. That's just desperation. They did not have enough time. They were just trying to get it off. So it's going to be a defuse coming in for TSB. They are losing a few players. They have got quite the numbers down in this lower area. Again, more aggression on the spawn. I'm going to try and pick up Dyler this time. Artillery frag comes in. And he's going to get 2. And this is where artilleries are going to be quite important, because the attacking team are going to be very desperate to get the flag. They don't have many chances left. And they're going to try and push through RTs, which means get killed by RTs, basically. So you have seen Dyler do an artillery to protect the next respawn. Nice shooting as well. But the spam's going to come down, pick up 1 more. As a lot of spam's going to come the way of the Edit team. So unfortunately Tony messes up his nades. He's going to be able to get one onto middle eventually. Rifle towards the rifle stairs. Tony picks up 2. 2 frags coming in for player as well. But this is going to be TSB probably picking up the first map. I can't see them doing too much, the edit team. Nice nade from player, but in the meantime, his target did take down 3 with the MP40. And this looks like it's going to be a first map lead. And this is their choice. This is their map choice for TSB. There is that. Got to always consider the map choice. Nice Luger shooting from Blood. And Edit have an opportunity to move in. So I like, again, TSB, they don't normally play too defensive, but when they do, they all play very defensive. So they've got someone who's very much commanding them, giving a really good team call. It'll be either Woods or Dyler or a mix, because I guess these guys are pretty respected by their teammates as being obviously experienced and skilled. So and they're very knowledgeable, both of them. Panzer's going to come out. Is it going to connect? There's 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. Definitely not enough time now. We will play out this attack. The second map, I am told, is Adlernest, which could be fun to watch. So Tony's going to run into a mine, unfortunately. Don't want to find the mines in the last minutes. They don't mean anything. This Meska's gonna be dropped.
Landmine spotted. Check your command map.
Nice long range shooting here from player. He is pretty good at the long range shooting. He does play middle himself on the defense. I think H2O is just gonna stay alive here. Nope. I'll stick with H2O. He's playing this supportive medic on this low area. Woods being the engineer. All he's basically got to be aware of is not grouping with Woods, who is actually getting a lot of frags. Double kill for Woods. Somehow gets naded. That wasn't aimed at Wood, I'm pretty sure. Double frag comes out from Swanee. Push coming in this upper area. Swanee and Woods obviously 3-on-3 teammates.
No.
They're going to lose the opportunity for the flag. Nice shooting from Swanee. Is actually going to get team killed by Tony. I think Tony's having a really poor game. I think he is maybe feeling the nerves. I mean, I'm one of these players. I don't mind banter. I never really minded banter towards me from other teams. But I never really liked my own team. It just used to annoy me. I used to just tell my team to just ignore it. Most of the time. I could.
30 seconds. Schnell, schnell.
It could just be nerves of playing in a quarter-final. Tony has been here before. And they did do a big upset in one of the previous events that he played in. Obviously playing for a race. Where they took down, was it Elysium or former team Visual? I don't think those guys want to remember that too much. Because they are playing much better than obviously they had. I think they didn't have Yera at the time, so they didn't have a rifle. And I think they had Outlaw on the rifle. Imagine losing one of your best shooters and having to put him on a rifle. It doesn't matter how good he is. You've lost one of your best shooters. So looking at the stats, it is pretty brutal. 179 to 139, 40 frag difference, 4k difference on the damage, and 37 frags going in the way of H2O. Big fragging for his team. Big damage going in the way of Woods. He was picking up a bundle of kills. Across to the other team, we did have Swanidius with 28. I didn't see the damage. Damage going the way of Swanee as well. 5k. So it is Adlernest. It was not a troll. It was real. There was no joke. So we are on to Adlernest. It's going to kick off. And we do have Edit on the attack first again. No, they didn't attack first last time. They defended first. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's see what they can do. Have they got a Panzer? Didn't see anyone. It's probably going to be Leo. It is. So I'm going to try and find him. I'm not going to find him. He did pick up a big Panzer. Exactly the same Panzer shot comes out. It's just onto the platform on the left-hand side, I believe. As he does pick up a double kill with that. He picked up 3 before. as the push is going to start coming towards the objective. I don't know if they've got an engineer in position. I can't see any. Maybe Mesk. It is Mesk. He's not going to get revived as the medics just push forward and abandon him. Not the best play. As I think Weirderko is going to be lining up the potential saving shot for his team. As Leo has let his position be known. Axis very slow to take this back. Plant is starting to go down. And they've left themselves a long spawn. Weirderko, nice grenades. I'm not sure who that was from. And that's actually going to miss. As Woot's going to be able to pick up that defuse. Nice triple headshot comes out from H2O, but Villa with the Panzer does get a couple, and that's on a long spawn. H2O needs to watch himself here as he does pick up another frag. As they are limited in numbers now. I think there's only 4 Axis alive. Nice rifle comes out from Weirderko. He is in position here at CP at the controls. This is where the tied Merlin starts, as the push towards these controls are going to come in. Mesk is going to get that plant down. Dynamite is going to get armed.
Dynamite planted.
And the Axis is slow again. They're taking their time. They're going to push in right at the end because they don't want to give up the spawn push. But what happens here is this allows the edit team to get off a lot of shots. Now they're going to make their move. Double grenade comes in from Mesk. They have got 10 seconds to get this defuse in. As the push comes in, and a knife frag from Blood. He takes down Mesk. Panzer nearly comes out. That would have been a 4-man Panzer. But he's not going to be able to stop the defuse, as it is going to happen. The double engineer defuse just before the respawn time. That Panzer would have been absolutely massive. So unfortunate. Such a nice takedown by one of the Axis players to stop that from happening. And they have got the first stage defense on. 2.5 minutes nearly. 2 defuses already come in. One in the vent. As what is the last man alive? He did get that nade down in the controls. Let's see what the allies can do here. Again, they're going to wait back. They're doing exactly the same thing again. I think the edit guys need to not try and take long range duels with these TSB players. Just hold positions and get some spam up there. Because the second they take long range duels and die, it's when they start moving in. And they are moving in again for the defuse. The big nade comes out from Swanidius. Triple grenade, and that's going to shut down that defuse. 2 engineers in that grenade. And they have finally picked up this first stage. It has taken them a long time. It's going to blow after about 3 minutes or so. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. As the edit guys are going to make their way in low. Pushing towards the pit area. Frag's going to go all the way of TSB. A bit of team damage coming in. H2O is going to make his way back towards the objective. Decides to kill out. I think he knows there's a couple coming that back stairs. Would have got the call. It is going to be Swanidius here. Needs to be careful. He can just get a shot in the back. Silent push through the door, but it's not going to happen anyway. Weirderko picks up that rifle kill. 66 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. CP is maybe getting built up right now. Tony does finish that off. But just after his own team spawns, so they're not going to respawn at CP just yet. Villa and Leo maybe going to be able to make progress at these back stairs. They are in position. Getting shots off behind. He does manage to take down one. I think he's on a long spawn maybe now. Maybe he spawned back in. Nice rifle comes out from Tony, picks up 2, and that's 2 players out for 5 to 10 seconds for the Axis team. They need to just push now. Weirderko is down, and that's the rifle, and that's the easy shots on the bridge. H2O picks up a lot of damage on some players towards pit. This does get 1 frag in. Weirderko back in position. The rifle's flying everywhere. As Tony is going to get a rifle through the door. I don't know how that didn't pick up a kill. As nades have to be dodged. Again, nice shot from Tony, but these guys aren't down for too long. But Mesk is actually going to be able to pick up the objective. 3 edit frags came in, and he's going to go out the lower door. Player leading the charge for his team. The Axis should respawn in and get to the transmitter without too much of a problem. They are having to deal with a couple of players at controls.
They have constructed a command post.
As the CP has only just been built up. I thought they had it before. They must have got damaged. Must have been that sneaky Axis player destroying the CP. Nice rifle comes out. Weirdoko's going to be able to pick up 2. It was the grenades that he primed before. Decides to open the blast doors. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure where the objective is actually hiding for the allies. Blast doors have been opened. They do like the MG do the edit, guys. We saw Swanee on that once before. So that might be something that comes in. H2O on this ramp. Needs to be aware of that Panzer. Just a bit short. Lots of players in the last room. They haven't really had to deal with too much so far from the edit, guys. I mean, the spam is just holding them back enough. Nice rifle comes out from Weirderko. Someone's going to push through the door once more. It is going to be Swanee, and he is going to be able to pick up 1 frag. No Gib to come in. Nice rifle comes out from Tony, but it doesn't connect. As they are pushing the outside, I don't really know what they're doing there. Push comes in through the door. Willer's going to just get destroyed. Why are they pushing in 1s and 2s? I'm not sure. H2O is going to be able to pick up 2 frags. Nice rifle comes out from Tony though. And here comes the Panzer. Let's see what Villa can do here. Not much so far. His edit teammates are going to start getting some frags in though. Nice nades. He's going to take 1 down. I want to see the shot. I want to see what objectives have been secured. Okay. I think that's an auto secure. I don't think anyone managed to get that. Oh, Dyler actually did get a frag. So potentially that was a reclaim by Dyler. Leo is moving in on towards the objective, but TSB will respawn in. And this is just a throw at the moment. He really should have had this. Leo is going to be able to pick up a nade frag. As edit. I don't even know. They get full health here. I think it's GG. I haven't updated the scores on the screen again because I'm tired and I forget. Push coming in towards the objective. I'll just remove that, I think, so it's not too distracting. Push coming across the bridge. Edit don't have too many chances left.
Get out of here, soldier.
They are going to try and get their hands on the objective once more. They had it for ages. They had it for like 5 minutes. Didn't do much. It was like some of the worst transmitter pushes I've seen. Not really synchronized pushes, not really overloading them. Let's try playing at this first door, where we saw Fireball playing once before. So maybe Swanee's pushed past Dyler here, but Dyler might destroy the CP again. I think it was him once before. He needs to have given the info to his team. He hasn't, and they've destroyed CP. And Dyler's just rubbing salt in the wounds. This isn't the greatest attack I've seen on Adler, if I'm honest. It is pretty bad, and we will no doubt see some banter coming out from a full hole on Adlernest. That's why I don't like people basically chatting crap to your opponent, because if you lose, it just makes you look like an idiot, really. So nades come down the ramp. Nice double frag comes out for H2O. The second guy had a fraction of health. Didn't take too many bullets. But we are going to see just full aggression from the TSB team with 15 seconds left. And they are going to pick up the full hold on Adlernest. As now they only have to attack for the 4-0 or get full held somehow again on Adlernest for a 3-1. But really nice. Really nice from TSB. We'll pick up the frags. 29 and 29. 29 coming out from Woot. He's been playing really well all LAN, Woot. Really, really well. And we saw H2O getting some pretty shots in. It's probably been the best game H2O has played for TSB. What a time to start playing. Amazing ET. Blood's not playing too well. We saw Dialer doing some really annoying antics with the CP destruction. But, I mean, I can't really say too much about Edit. They did get some frags, Tony picking up 21. But they had some really poor pushes towards that transmitter when they had the objective in their hands. I don't even know what to say at that. So here comes the TSB attack. We have got Dialer off the start. He is the Panzer. Is he going to line up this Panzer for? And he's not going to hit anything as the Villa Panzer comes in and takes 2 down. But it's going to be a quick respawn for the Allied team. Kind of fortunate. After 2 Gib being taken down. No Gib on towards Wood. I think Wood did just get revived as well. And that is the engineer. Weirderko gets dropped as the push will start pushing forwards. Left-hand side effort here from H2O. He does get taken down. And I think what was one of the last players alive, he decided to kill out because he didn't want to be like Blood, which is full. But a couple of the Edit players are still requesting revives. I think Mesk was pretty much the last one alive. He was an engineer, so there was no possibility for those revives. Double plant on the controls. We have got H2O in the annoying position, but we're going to check the axis out. I think they backed off. They have indeed. They've lost that first stage after a minute or so. Well, after less than a minute, but it will take over a minute for it to blow. As the Panzer is in. Yeah, smiley faces from Leo. I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it at the smiley faces. WTF as well. WTF from me, mate. WTF from me. What? Goes from bad to worse for Edit. Nothing's happening for them, and it's not working. Junkie. At least he didn't vaporize himself. No, that would have been worse. But hey, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to pick up that objective. And TSB are gonna run things home to claim that 4-0 victory. Will Edit be standing in their way? Will Edit be standing in their way? Does sound like there's noise going on at the transmitter. There is a few there. Swanee's going to push forward as well. I like this from Swanee. So we do have the extra loud motorbikes going past my house at this time of night. Great. Not sure where the objective is. I think it's been dropped. Lots of frags coming in for TSB. H2O picking up 3 frags, but unfortunately 2 of those guys were teammates. Push coming in from the low ramp is going to be Dialer, who picks up loads of damage onto 2 players, completely cleans out the transmitter, and the objective is going to have an easy free run home, and it is going to be Team TSB, or Team Solo B, should I say, moving on to the semi-finals, where they were going to face Team Oxids in what should be quite a good matchup, quite a classic game. And we are going to be watching that game next. Team Oxid against TSB. I am looking forward to this one. Looking at the frags. We have 30 out of Woods, 30 out of H2O. The big damage going the way of Woods is going to be 4.9k damage across to the other team. 24 from Tony. He did what he could. 3k, 3.6k damage coming out of the player, but full hold on Adlernest, I think, tells the story for the Edit team. They just couldn't get things done, get things going the entire game, pretty much. And yeah, a deserved loss, and it's a deserved 4-0 loss.